this feels much worse. My second rejection. So I was at a party and I was telling my friends about this book and how excited I am and how cool it is and how crazy it is. And I was telling them about a couple, like the attempt that I did to ask for free matcha, and they found it quite entertaining, which I thought was really interesting. And I hadn't done my rejection for that day, so I decided to ask the bartender for a free drink. I went to the bartender and I said, "Can I please have a free drink?" And he said, "A free drink?" I said, "Please." And he said, "Okay, only for you." And then I sat down and I was like telling my friends, I was like, "Oh, I got a free drink." And I then waited and he never came. And I think he forgot about me. And my friends were like, "Did you get your drink yet?" And I said, "No." And I just thought, that is so embarrassing. I felt more rejected after he said yes and then he didn't do what he said. And I was like, oh, this feels much worse. Thoughts that were going through my head were like, he doesn't think I'm cool enough, he's forgotten about me, he's like, doesn't care, there are all these other girls who are like way more pretty, who he's taking care of, like literally the shallowest thoughts going through my mind. And so I was like, okay. I went outside and I think I was going to the bathroom or something. On the way back, I met another bartender and I said, "Hey, look, this guy who's super sweet, he actually offered me a free drink, but he hasn't given it to me yet. It's okay if he doesn't want to give it to me, but if he does, I'm still here." She said, "I'll speak to him." So she spoke to him and then he came back later, like 10 minutes with a drink saying, "I'm so sorry, I completely forgot, we just got so packed, here's your drink." And then I was like, oh. Like, I felt like I went through a whole cycle of rejection, from like hearing a yes to actually not have anything happening to him coming around. I made all these like mean assumptions about him and they were all in my head. So I learned a lot from that rejection.